Good evening, everybody.
Hi.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Wondering if Athanasius ever used his +1 scimitar that he got, the Ice Brand +1 scimitar that he got.
He did use it.
He used it, yeah.
I think he
Did
used
you?
it. Yeah.
Like
you better
you were waving around the stick.
Well, he got that later, and so he just started using that one. So
yeah.
Anytime he
and that was the episode. Sorry, we were discussing where we were in last campaign. By this time, we just got the teaser for V at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I still don't know which one we've been moving faster in. I think it still is part 1 so far.
Maybe. Hey, it's 5 episodes. It's how it works.
Yeah.
A lot of this is just figuring out who everybody is.
Yeah.
And all those fun things. So yeah. Welcome to episode 5, chapter 5, part 2. Storm of Change.
Oh, it's a good name.
Kind of fitting.
Yeah.
Fitting after last episode. So, Aiden, glad to have you back.
Hey, I'm back. It's been a month and a half. Is it been a month and a half? Something like that. Month and a week.
You had 3 weeks.
It may have been. That's right.
You had 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, listen, it was scheduled like a few months in advance, so there's nothing I could do about that. I honestly thought the week I went on vacation we were still off. I didn't realize we were actually we were streaming. I was like, oh, okay, well, I just can't make that one.
Yeah.
And then my other things were next week. There was something else the next week, so I couldn't make it to that one. So, but I'm back. Yep. I should be back for a while.
Happy to have you.
Yeah, no,
good to have you back.
Glad to have you back.
Now, where's the boss man?
Yeah,
I know.
We'll have everybody here at some point. It's
Yeah.
just that kind of time right now. So
right, exactly. It's summer.
Yeah, next week, big week.
Oh, it is a big week. Yes.
Soon as all the cons.
Sunokan.
We have lots of stuff.
Come out and visit us.
We're doing, yeah. We have 2 things we're doing as Red Dirt, so it'll be fun.
We do. Speaking of Red Dirt RPG, Aiden, what's going on in Red Dirt RPG land?
Yeah, so releasing Tuesday, Red Dirt Outlaws was Keys from the Golden Vault, episode 53, Reaching New Heights, in which our thieves basically skip to the very end of the heist by just going to the elevated parts of the castle instead of going to the ground floor, and they immediately start combat with the final boss.
Why do wizards always put their layer up in that big huge tower?
Why is that big huge tower floating? Why is it like that? A little bit of spoiler for this arc for this one. They finished this in like 2 episodes. There's a heist they finished in like 2 episodes.
Wow, that's fast.
It's great though. We have lots of fun with it. I honestly don't mind. And I think we're almost near the end of this campaign. But I don't think this will be the last we'll see of these characters, as we might have a little special thing we're gonna do with them. As for today and Sunday for our patrons, was episode 83 of the podcast, Too Fast, Too Furious, Feywild Drift. I didn't realize that was the full name.
Oh yeah. The first you should have seen last week's episode's title.
No, I knew that. Yeah, I know. I read. I didn't realize we put Feywild Drift in it too. I was like, wait, hold on. There's more to this. Hold on. That might be one of the longest titles of an episode we've had.
But it was perfect.
Yeah. Our furries are mostly meeting their new friend who has joined the party, and also just playing bumper cars. But it's bumper cars, but they get to use their special abilities, which is really fun. I was not expecting them to pull out their special abilities, but I was like, you know what? You all have special abilities you can use.
Yeah, you did a great job with that.
And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun character moments in these last 2 episodes. I've really been enjoying it. And I've been enjoying that campaign a lot. I think this Thursday should be a plausible deniability. I think they'll all be back this time.
What? That's not allowed.
They should all be back this time. And I think that's it for this week. Next week's going to be really busy though, but we'll get there. I'm sure there'll be some announcements on that
Tomorrow.
from someone else. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Other than that, that's all for Red Dirt news.
All right, Tim, you want to talk about Patreon?
Yeah, Patreon. We were talking about how you can get those the episodes early, like on Sunday, like Aiden was saying, and you get those early by going to patreon.com/reddirtdnd. And yeah, you can get those episodes 4 days early on Sunday. You get access to the Discord server. You can get the round table, which is every 4 episodes. It lets you deep dive into the previous episodes, where it's some it's kind of fun. You hear the thoughts behind what was going on in the game. You hear some of the stuff you wouldn't even notice during just listening to the regular episodes. It's a lot of fun to see the inside action with those roundtables. But yeah, at different levels, you can give additional money if you like what you see here, and you'll get things like little minis quarterly, or T-shirts or things like that. But really, the main thing with the Patreon is just to, if you like what you see here, whether it's here or the Keys of the Golden Vault, or just the main podcast, or even new shows coming out, like there's the new stuff coming out. It's if you want to support what we're doing here, go to patreon.com/reddirtdnd, and we're happy to have you. Welcome to the family. So, but yeah, that's it.
And then,
Yes. Speaking of supporting us, if you find yourself wanting to throw money our way and want something to show your patronage of us, you can achieve that at Red Dirt by going to Red Dirt D&D main website. Up at the top, you'll see a merch tab. Click on that; it will redirect you to our merch store, where you can find assemblage of drinking vessels, hats, shirts, T-shirts, long sleeve and short sleeve varieties, and hoodies as well. There are more designs coming. There should be a Mysteries of Vyatryx coming soon. We shall see. And you can go there, throw money our way, and get something to show your patronage and show everyone that what you are a fan of.
fantastic. Yeah, I did hear a little rumor that the Patreon's T-shirt is coming.
Oh yes, and I've seen that one, and I will say it's a fun one. It's really fun.
Yeah, I was privy to a little bit of behind the scenes to hear that one. So
I'm a little bit jealous, in fact, but I could probably just get one if I wanted to.
Oh, now they're gonna lock them up from you, Aiden.
I know.
All right.
I don't even have a Brunches and Dragons shirt.
How do you not have a Brunches?
I just haven't gotten one yet.
Jeez. Oh, okay.
I almost wore that shirt today, but I chose the podcast one with the.
That one's so good.
Yeah. But the problem is it's wrong now.
Too soon.
Listen, I have learned not to get emotionally invested in Michael Cross's characters. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, never again.
Shame on
Gideon,
me.
we love you.
Very much.
Buy me a new shirt.
Oh.
Right. Well, we're going to go in to thank our sponsors real quick. And then we're going to get going into Chapter 5, Form of Change. We'll be back in just a little bit.
The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at ProLaserCuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook.
Last time on Mysteries of Vyatryx, after further analysis of Melt's arms and a small scuffle with a bag monster, the group decided to seek aid for him from the University of Druntachin. However, after arriving at the teleportation circle in the upper city, our heroes were stopped by several guards, commanded by Melt's sister, Teardrop. Zahad used his status as Prince of Abkirk to gain an audience with the Archdiocese of Spandonda to discuss Melt's unexpected return to the city. Join us as we find out what happens next on Mysteries of Vyatryx. Did you have sister?
And we're back.
Oh, I
Never
never
mind.
asked Dad how that worked.
Oh, wow.
Well, you see, when a mommy Ganassi and a daddy Ganassi love each other very much.
Uh-huh. We don't need to have this conversation right now.
I understand we struggle to make it. We struggle to make it PG-13 sometimes, but come on, guys.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed the new intro, the introduction of
good.
everybody and who they're playing.
Yeah.
New bits
Very
of information
nice.
added in there. But as we zoom back in on our adventurers, we see that once again, the city of Druntachin, you see a giant floating island above the ocean, out in the middle of the ocean, basically, with tree roots. You can see just kind of extending big, huge tree roots down towards the ocean, twisting and weaving. It actually supports, it looks like a building of sorts in the tree roots as it stretches and just barely touches the water. And you see in the water the hubbub and chaos of a major city, as people are moving. Animals are being used to tow all kinds of different things, cargo, people. And then you see the castle in the very center, just barely underneath the water as the roots are just barely touching the top of the castle. But that's not where we pick up tonight, as we fly back across the continent and we see Kieran back in Abkirk. What have you been up to, sir, as the group left this morning and you had already rolled out of bed and walked out into the city?
What time is it now?
Let's kind of recap what you've been doing for the last 4-ish hours. It's probably at this point 1-ish, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But what have you been doing since the sun came up?
Yeah, so I rolled out of bed, walked around a little bit. I went to go see those kiddos who I visited the day before, making sure they're all right. I did give them, I forgot how much I gave them. I gave them quite a bit, though, like 7 gold pieces, or 7 tricks, I believe. Mostly just checking up on them. But a lot of it's just been spent walking around the city, getting my bearings once again, trying to figure out once again how I remember, I did remember how the get to the place I want to go to works, but I'm not quite as experienced as I used to be. So trying to get back into that. But mostly I've just been walking around and going through his mind, he's just thinking to himself, yeah, the group will probably make it to the next town by themselves. They'll do just fine. They'll make it there with no problems. It's not too terrible of a trip. And I'll just catch up to them whenever they get there and they send a message back.
Mhm.
That's mostly what I think, and I'm just kind of having a fun time walking around the city, getting my bearings once again.
Yep. Now probably around lunchtime, and your stomach kind of rumbles, and as it does, the scenery changes in Abkirk, and suddenly you're in the shopping district, and you see, several like grocery store type things, farmers market, a couple of restaurants, different places to eat.
Yes, and I think to myself, oh yes, it'd be great to grab something to eat. And I reached in my coin purse to check how much money I have, and it's completely empty.
Give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Perception. We're gonna use digital dice. Let's see what happens. I should not use digital dice. That's a natural one for a total of 2.
Okay. Yep,
Ouchie.
keep going. Eventually, as you're walking through, kind of looking at all the shops and everything, just kind of doing that old sightseeing that you used to do. You feel a hand on your shoulder.
As I feel the hand on my shoulder, I go, yes, hello. What can I do for you? And I'll attempt to turn around.
Yep. As you turn around, you see a familiar individual that seems to be kind of out of breath.
Oh dear. Let's come on, take a seat. But I'm sure there's a bench nearby.
Yeah. He goes, I've been calling for you since back there at the restaurant. I was sitting eating, and you looked over, and I thought you saw me, and then you just kept walking.
Oh, sorry. I really didn't hear anything. It's really quite nice taking in the sights and smells. It can distract you sometimes.
Yeah, you're from Druntachin, right?
As of recently, yes. I once lived in the city of Abkirk.
I'm sorry, you probably don't. We met at the Church of Spandonda. My name's Zikron.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. It's great to see you again.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
I was just gonna offer. Are you getting ready to eat? Do you want to eat?
Oh, well, I don't really have many tricks on me.
My treat.
Oh, all right. I won't turn down a meal.
As he looks back and goes, "Oh, you walk fast." But suddenly, as you guys are walking together, the scene quickly changes, and you're back in front of the gastropub that you had been looking at. It is called the Bar Below.
That's great. Yeah, as we're walking over there, and it kind of shifts really fast. I go, I don't know how I ever got used to that. I guess I just grew up in the city, so I was just used to it. But now it's a little bit disorientating whenever you do it.
It can be if you're not expecting it. It
Yes.
does kind of get to second nature.
Yeah, Druntachin, we mostly just walk everywhere.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot. I really need to visit there.
It's quite nice, especially this time of year.
I'm sure. Please, and he directs to the table where he already has a drink sitting in front of him.
Yeah. So I'll take a seat and say, so what do you do? What do you do for a living?
I'm actually a traveling writer.
Ah, interesting.
I know it seems rather stupid, but I love to go visit different places and then use it as inspiration in my writings.
Oh no. Writing is it's an art form that I don't believe is very overlooked by some places a lot of the time, especially writing about certain places and things going on in there. Are you more of a journalist of sorts? Is that what you are? Would you say you're described as that, or just kind of writing about?
I would say more works of fanciful art.
Oh, interesting.
I
So
just kind of take
word pictures.
Yeah, I use the current settings to kind of frame what it is, but then kind of describe it as a world I would like it to be instead of what it is.
Ah, interesting. Sounds like a visionary.
I wouldn't go as far to say that, but you know,
I think you're
wouldn't
giving
mind.
yourself a little bit too little credit.
I appreciate that, Kieran. Please help yourself to whatever you'd like.
Yeah. So, what is like Abkirk's known for as far as food?
Abkirk is not really one that grows their own food. They do have some fishing off of the coast. So they do have several different types of fish that you could partake of: fried, grilled, blackened. They have even one that's inside another.
I will take that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so it's almost like the fish ate the other fish, and that's when they caught the other fish.
Yeah.
Turducken of the sea.
Yeah,
if you
the
will.
turducken of the sea.
And then I'll also have a cup of tea with that.
And you guys just kind of talk and chat, and at the end, he puts down a few tricks to pay for it and to leave for the waiter, and he says, "I appreciate your time, and thank you for dining with me. It was a pleasure to actually get to talk to Kieran."
Yes. It's been a pleasure talking to you too. I certainly hope whatever you're working on in the city goes well. I know a few of my friends already probably headed out this morning. I'm probably gonna go catch up with them relatively soon. They're heading for what's the city we're heading for again? We were
It
supposed
was
to.
Kriegord.
We're heading for Krigor, but it's normally I don't believe it's usually that bad. At least whenever I was here, the trip there wasn't too terrible. So I thought they could get there, and I'll catch up with them, and But I'm just waiting to probably head out sometime this evening.
Yeah, no, I think I'm almost finished up here. I think I'm next place is I'm going to head to is Druntachin. I really want to check it out.
Like I said, it's wonderful this time of year. The upper city is great if you want to get some imageries of churches and some universities, and the undercity is quite good if you want to just get a good landscape of the people that live there. They are quite pleasant, and I haven't met a Druntachian. Is that what a person from Druntachia would be called? I haven't met a Druntachian that definitely wasn't. I haven't met a Druntachian that didn't treat everybody with respect.
Definitely will keep that in mind. I appreciate your taking the time to spare with me. So
yes, well, I hope to see you again. If you ever see me around, just pull me over. I'm sure I'd love for you to meet the rest of the group too. I mean, I'm sure they would love to meet you. I've been working for man. Now the name's actually gone from me.
Zahad, yeah.
Zahad. I'm working for a man by the name of Zahad. Recently, we're trying to stop something with a darkness. It's a weird story. And disappearances. That's right. We believe that's connected. Maybe I don't know. I'd have to. Yes, but my job is to keep people safe, so that's what I'm here to do.
Interesting that Prince Zahad would undertake something of that nature when he can't even finish protecting his own constituents.
What do you mean by that?
But there's still people who live in the slums. He's made this elegant magic, and yet some people still fall through the cracks.
Yes, that is very true. And I do have to say, no offense to Mr. Zahad, but he is a bit in over his head, it seems. Just a tiny bit.
some might even call him a bit pompous and arrogant.
I wouldn't go as far as that. I haven't learned who he really is yet, but that remains to be seen.
I'm sure as you stay in his employment, it will come more to light how inept he tends to be.
Well, this conversation's been great, but I really must find out where exactly they've headed off to. Anyways, but once again, if you do tend to be in the same area, we can have a nice little lunch. Maybe I'll pay next time.
That would be fantastic. Maybe treat me in Druntachin to your favorite local eatery.
I do have a few.
Fantastic. Well, Kieran, it has been a pleasure. And he stands, and as he stands, is gone.
Man, that's always still haven't gotten used to it again. And then I'll actually imagine myself going back to the location of Zahad's abode.
Yep. As you do that, you get there and you hear just briefly the sounds of what seems to be like alarms, and then it's gone.
Interesting.
And now you're standing in front of Zahad's manor.
All right. Well, I suppose I should head inside and ask someone if there's been any reports, any status reports, or anything like that. Just checking up on them. And I think to myself, oh, they might be wondering why I didn't join the original group. I'll just say I had some other things to take care of.
As you walk in, see several of Zahad's his personal assistant, his butler. You actually see several others, and they're kind of running around rather quickly and frantically.
Is everything all right? Is something wrong?
And then you see Mr. Buford, the butler, kind of stop and go, "Ah, Kieran, been found, I see. This is for you." And he hands you a note from Zahad.
Oh, all right. Well, it seems they've already made it to Krigor. I will catch up to them. That should be no problem, and I'll begin opening the letter.
And Mr. Buford looks like he was about to say something as you begin to read. As you read, it states that, Kieran, I hope this letter finds you well, and that promptly. Notice that plans have abruptly shifted as one of our party, Melt, has decided to come down with what we are calling transportational sickness. We have sought out potential experts from the Academy in Druntachin, and as soon as you are found, expect your immediate summons to Druntachin. Signed, Prince Zahad.
My eye twitches just a little bit. I look down at Buford and say, "Thank you, my good sir. I suppose I will be off to Druntachin."
You might want to take the sigil teleporter from the university.
I was hoping there would be something like that, or else I was going to have to walk a very long way.
Why would you walk 28 days? You could take a flying ship.
That's true.
I mean, that's how you got here.
Anyways, thank you, Mr. Buford. I will be on my way.
Turn to leave, and you begin to think about the university, and you suddenly find yourself at the entrance gates to the university, and you see the steps leading up, up, and up.
That's a lot of stairs. That would really suck if someone tried to climb that. I imagine myself at the top.
Yep. As you do, you realize that you're at the top of the steps, and you look down, and actually there is a another building out in the yard.
So I pass it.
Yeah, it seems to be where the teleportation sigil is, where you see people coming and going.
Oh well, I'm sorry. I darn brain, so trying to remember where things are, and I imagine myself back down at the bottom.
And you're back at the bottom.
Yep,
And
then
able
I will
to traverse the grass. You actually still see the carriage.
I don't even know there was. I don't even know there was a carriage involved.
Oh, that's true.
So
You never got to see it.
Well, this sure is an interesting thing. Oh, you know what? I bet you this is Zahad's carriage. I bet you he wheeled himself all the way over here.
Yep.
From his house. Makes sense. And I will walk over, and I'm assuming there's someone there.
Yeah, you see a small individual with a tablet with 2 guards around him. Okay, where are you going?
Druntachin.
Okay, that would be 3 tricks for a teleportation to Druntachin.
Can you put on a tab under? I believe it should be under the name Zahad. I don't know yeah.
You're following Zahad?
Yes, I'm working for him. I'm Kieran Nemesio. I'm actually from the city.
I actually have your name down here. You're good to go.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I would tip, but I'm
It's already been taken care of,
okay,
sir.
Cool. Thank you.
The bill has been paid in full. Always.
Cool. All right. Thank you. And I will step through the portal.
As you step through the portal, you suddenly find yourself back in the upper city. You see the pristine, white, almost limestone-esque marble and all of the buildings. You see the upside-down floating mountains off in the distance. You get the heavy ocean air as the wind blows through the upper city. We're back home.
I almost kind of stop and stare at the mountains for an uncomfortable amount of time, to say the least. And then quickly get my bearings once again and say, so where would they go? Maybe I should ask someone. And I'll walk over to the nearest person who looks like they might know things.
Okay. At this point, we will flip back over to Melt and Zahad. At this point, you have made it inside the Church of Spandanda, and your parents, the Archdiocese, have summoned Zahad and left you in the waiting room with your sister. With 2 guards, with basically armed.
At least some people have arms in this room.
You are muted, though, Michael.
Too soon.
So, sister dear, the Kraken wouldn't have happened to have changed recently that I don't know about.
The Kraken does not worship Spandanda. Know that.
Well, no, I'm just saying because the post's been vacated, so that old grudges might have been forgotten.
Or are you saying, has the Kraken died?
I did not.
Melt.
Those are your words. Those
Melt.
are your words.
Melt, do you need to confess some plan?
No, those are your words. You said it, not me.
As you see both guards kind of tense up. No, brother. No ruse or deception or potential death of our liege has transpired.
Blessed be his name, then. Okay. So he's still probably angry about what happened. All right,
God
good enough
save
for
the
them.
queen.
Oh, goodness. Nice. Oh, man.
Well, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's your
Guess
own
more
fault.
I Okay. No, you're right. There's no reasoning with you. There's no reasoning with Mom. There's no reasoning with Dad. No. I just wanted to see a book. I don't think that was that unreasonable of an assertion.
It wasn't the book that was the problem, brother. It was the location of the book.
Is it my fault he likes to keep important things locked in his... Okay. No, you're right.
Did you go through the proper channels?
Oh, I did. That didn't work. That's why I was left with... We've already talked about this. It's fine.
They'll come to an accord. And as you sit there, still contemplating.
Jess, what do you need?
Sorry. As you sit there, still contemplating everything that has transpired, we see, we kind of zoom back in, and you see your parents Melt inside the church with Zahad talking. So hold on just a second.
Yeah, talk to yourself, big boy.
Oh no, we're not going to talk to ourselves, but I am going to describe.
Is there a pre-recorded conversation? Did you pay for this? That would be awesome.
I wish I had thought about
cool.
doing that. So his father is a pure water elemental. So you see just kind of standing there is a big giant puddle that just kind of tends to, sometimes arms tend to ooze out and kind of slop off to the floor and then regain up. And then his...
So this is normal for Melt's family, not having arms. It's fine.
But then you also notice that his mother stands tall, just like Zahad, and seems to kind of have the same elegance radiating from her. So you get the sense that that she is also an Asamir, just like Zahad. Yep. And then we zoom back out to the city streets, where you see Kieran discussing with one of the city guards. So Kieran, the Prince Zahad, he and the interloper went in to speak with the Archdiocese. The other cohorts of the Prince were sent under armed escort to the university.
Perfect. Who is the interloper?
That would be Melt Silvermark.
Interloper? What are you talking about? He seems like a stand-up fellow to me.
You see him kind of pause, and he kind of looks around.
Is there something he did while I was gone?
So you didn't hear this from me, because the Archdiocese have interceded on his behalf. But rumor has it that he made a spelunking mission into the deep archives. The Kraken's private library.
Oh, actually, that tracks. That tracks a lot. I mean, he's just kind of curious. I mean, I'm sure he probably didn't mean any harm by it, but that's besides the point. So they went so they're at the church.
Yes. Luckily, his sister, Teardrop, was on patrol this morning and was able to apprehend him when he arrived without too much commotion. So it hasn't gotten to the Kraken or the octopi yet.
Perfect. Well, if you'll excuse me, time is of the essence. I'd like to thank you a lot. They're at the church, yes. So they're at the church, and I'm assuming the human and the gnome are at the library or in the university district or whatever.
So a robot-looking gentleman, the human and the gnome were escorted by 2 guards to the university.
Okay, this is all the information to process. I'm assuming the robot fellow is the emissary he mentioned. I believe some sort of emissary.
I don't know for sure.
He mentioned someone named emissary, and I'm assuming the robot fellow is an emissary, and that's why he's the name that he never actually. I never actually got his name. I'm not too sure what his actual name is. I just know he is the emissary.
That's fair. Master Do may have more information if you care to see him at the training grounds.
Who's Master Do? Do I know who that is?
You do. He is actually the one who trained you to be a fighter inside the Church of Spandanda.
And I'm assuming the training grounds and the church are near each other?
Yes. By the way, it is Do Silvermark.
All of a sudden, everything clicks in my brain.
That he is the younger brother to Teardrop and Do.
Oh, this all makes sense now. He really chose the wrong. At least he got out of it. I don't think he would have gotten out alive if his parents weren't of Spandanda church. Sorry. Anyways, I'm just thinking to myself out loud. I'm gonna actually just head to the church first and check up on my friend Melt, and then I'll probably go meet with Du. See if we can get something figured out. The Krakens aren't necessarily hard to convince. I've never talked to them before, but it could be worth a shot.
I mean, it took the 2 archdioceses of Bandanda to get him on the mission.
Well, it only takes one chaplain of Spandanda to change their minds. and I walk off.
Yeah. And as you're headed towards the church, we will zoom back across. On the opposite side of the churches is a gigantic university that seems to be built straight up the side of the island, the floating island, so that everything is out towards the ocean, out towards the deep blue. As Emissary, Nasara, and Murphy have approached, as you walk in, it follows that same kind of white marble limestone look, but it doesn't seem to have the etchings of the water line like the rest of the town did. Almost as if this has been erected more recently or better cared for. As you see lots of younger individuals in robes. There tends to be, it looks like 8 different colored robes running around throughout the university. But the thing that catches everybody's eye is in the courtyard, there is an elf and a group of individuals seems to be dancing with weapons. What would you guys like to do as you have reached the university?
We have our 2 chaperones with us, Andrew?
As soon as you reached the university, they turned and left.
Okay. I will turn to Nasara and Murphy, and I'll say, We need to find either an abjuration or a transmutation wizard or professor or something. Those are the two that Zahad said could help us with these notes about the translocation disease. But I hear we've lost our escorts. We should perhaps find somebody to help us locate one of these individuals. Are you either? Can you make? I'm not sure who to ask.
Well, I'm not really quite sure what kind of tracks an abjuration and a transmuter leave, but I'll see what I can find.
Yeah.
Could I,
Perhaps there's
All this hard
kinda-
stone's going to be hard to pick up any footprints, though. They're going to have to be pretty dirty.
Yeah.
glancing over
I can-
the courtyard. So it's a lot of like children. We're like at Hogwarts.
Little bit older than that. Yeah, but I mean, it is younger than what you were expecting.
Is there an adult I can talk to
Yeah, remember, you see an elf out in the
that
middle.
isn't actively sword dancing?
You don't see anybody else currently in the area, no.
Glancing around with my magic eyes, do I see any traces of particularly strong abjuration or transmutation magic?
It is everywhere. It is
That's
almost blinding. I mean, you're in a magic university and looking at the magic.
Try to look for the abjuration majors. they're all in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you do look, though, you do notice that there seems to be a tower of sort, and each one is a different color. As you are looking, 1 second here.
That is so great. Yeah, are you pulling up the Seeing Magic document? Because that's what I'm doing right now too. So I'm looking for the blue or the green tower. Which one's closer?
So as you were looking for the blue and green, they are actually both almost dead center in front of you. So it tends to follow the same color as what's listed. So it goes orange, black, red, blue, green, purple, yellow, and then white. And you notice that in this instance, that the towers of red and green are the tallest and biggest of the towers, followed by the blue one.
So great. We're gonna green tower. I'm gonna start walking in that direction. I assume the boys follow. And I'm going to think rather loudly to myself that it's very strange that we're looking for transmutation, considering planar shift and teleport are both conjuration spells, but I'm not the boss, so we're going to go to the green tower.
Zahad was very specific. Transmutation or abjuration.
Yeah.
We should
He
follow
wants-
his
he wants
instructions.
those two.
The transmutation, I believe, is that one. So we're going to go
Excellent.
there, and we're going to see if there is a receptionist and find out if there is an adult in this place.
Excellent.
And we
Andrew,
proceed.
Yeah. Andrew, I think as we walk over there, I am kind of distracted because I think when we saw the people dancing, I was thinking it was just dance, but it looks not just performative. It looks like are they actually? I mean, if they're kind of fighting, I would take note of that and try to analyze if it's just for.
They are sparring.
I don't
they are
think
set
I've seen
into
that
groups
before,
of
yeah.
two, but the blades themselves seem to be moving in weird movements, and it almost looks like a choreographed dance. But you
But it
can
could be
tell
used, yeah.
that it is definitely sparring. There
yeah.
are sparks flying off of the blades as the blades make contact with each other, and you feel there's loud booming from time to time. There is fire leaping from the swords as melt has melted away inside the church.
Melted
He's
before
back,
I could get
yeah.
there,
Yep.
and no one saw it happen
Nope.
Yeah.
other than Teardrop.
She doesn't care.
Teardrop. Yeah, I'll just make
Ouch.
a mental note of that, but then I'll follow
Yeah.
Nasara. But I'm kind of fascinated by that. I've never seen anything quite like that.
Yeah, the elf seems to be kind of flowing in between them all, occasionally adjusting stances of feet or blade height, or just kind of moving things around. So, and you notice it's all kinds of different races here. It's not just elves. Like you've got an orc, and you've got a bugbear, and looks like some genasies, some elementals. Humans. Everybody is learning from that. As you all walk towards, you went for transmutation, which was green, right?
Yeah.
Walk
just
in.
like, okay, so stone to flesh, or flesh to stone is a transmutation, and I guess there's a lot of elemental control. Is it because he's a water genasi? Like, is that what we're going for? Control water him better? Like, I mean, I guess fabricate and disintegrate are both transmutations.
As Nasara is just spouting all kinds of, intelligence-based things, and Emissary and Murphy, you both are just kind of like, what?
Yeah. Over
And
heads.
then
Yeah.
there's polymorph. Yeah, that's mending.
I'll just stare at her as she's talking for a little bit.
Yeah,
Having a fit.
I'm just confused. Anyway, is there a receptionist?
As you do walk in, there is a lady sitting behind a desk that looks at you and goes, you all look out of place.
Yes, ma'am. We were sent here by Lord Zahad of Abkirk, seeking assistance deciphering some notes about a translocation illness. Emissary, if you would.
Yeah, I'll hand the papers to you, Nasara, and you can give it to her.
We ran into a bit of a scuffle, and one of our party
compatriots
was afflicted with this illness. We were hoping that you could help us, or there was somebody here who could help us decipher and perhaps formulate a curative agent for this unfortunate happenstance. Unfortunately, he is not currently able to be with us, but we have provided descriptive and extensive documentation and would be more than happy to get you in contact with Zahad himself to coordinate direct observation of the disease.
Well, definitely. I would say that if you're here, Dr. Reed is probably your best bet. You will find him on the 9th floor. He has a class currently going, should let out in the next 15 or so.
Thank you very kindly. Is there an elevator?
No.
Is it just stairs?
I mean, there are stairs, yes.
How do I get there with the least amount of walking?
Magic.
That is so wonderful. I'm asking, is there a magical apparatus that is for public use, or are we expected to provide our own?
Typically, it is providing your own here.
And Nasara's just thinking very loud to herself that she is so utterly impressed with all these little wizards and other magic students that have already mastered teleport at such a tender age.
You notice that most of them are like levitating or using something to that extent.
That's still so cute. Anyway, I guess to the stairs then. Thank you very kindly, miss.
Good luck.
Very well. Good day. We go to the 9th floor. That's what she said, right?
To the stairs.
And we go to whatever room number it is she said, or if it's not immediately obvious.
Oh, it's just one room on each floor.
And then we very quietly, and I'm looking at you, emissary, we must be respectful of the student's time. And I guess stealth into the room, not in like a creepy way, but in a let's not disrupt the lecture kind of way. Is that acceptable?
Give me stealth.
I understand. We can sit in the back of the room if lecture's going on.
Yeah.
That should be a completely full room.
Well, I got a 19.
Oh, look at
What
that,
about-
baby.
What about you, Mr. Murphy? Oh, honey. Oh, honey. No, wait. That's a D12. Is my thing not rolling?
Don't
Oh,
see
you're
it
not
on
rolling
there.
in Foundry, are you? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's beautiful. Very good. Very good. What about you, Murphy?
Wait, we're rolling stealth?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, sneak into the back of the lecture.
Now it'd be time for a pass without trace.
That's right.
Yeah, we're level 2.
Level 2. Level 2.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Oh, I have 5 on stealth.
As you two kind of move in to the back of the classroom, Murphy kind of gets taken in by the scene that is taking place in front of him. As you see a water ganassi in front of you, in the green robes, is talking, and he comes out and is, all right, class. Now, just to summarize, when we are using reverse gravity, we need to be able to dictate the area that we're choosing and the range at which it's happening. Now, remember, anything that is in the said range is going to fly all the way up, and it will hurt. So you must be very careful to make sure that those not intended to be in it are not taken. So here we go. Here's the example. And he begins casting the spell of reverse gravity, as you see a 50-foot radius of up at his on his stage. Things begin flying to the roof with great force. And as he's doing this and moving his wand, he's saying, you see how everything moves very quickly, as if it's falling. It has switched where the plane has deemed it acceptable for us to stand. Any questions? As he turns and looks, and Murphy, at this point, you're probably 10 feet from the stage and him.
Just bright pink.
Yeah.
Everything.
Can I help you? I don't recognize you in my advanced transformations class.
Murphy's gonna look at him, look back at the class. You can see me? And I'm just gonna back away.
Does Murphy think he's stealthed really good, or is he trying to pass off that he's not really there?
He's just trying to like, oh yeah. No one's seen me in 50 years.
give me a deception roll.
Is he trying to pretend he's a ghost?
Oh, the 14.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
That's funny.
He's gonna roll 100 insight checks.
Oh,
Oh no, that's right. That's true.
I mean, so illusion is white, but I don't think Murphy. You're not wearing white, are you? You're.
As the professor looks at you and taps his glasses, and he goes, "I've got glasses that see into the ethereal plane. Of course, I see you." Now step back until I finish my lecture, and then we can have a conversation about interrupting people's private spaces.
You'll never see me again. And he's just going to continue backing out with everybody else.
That's awesome.
As the class finishes and all of the stuff come plummeting back to the ground, what would you guys like to do?
Is he continuing to talk, or is he finishing up the
That
his
lecture
lecture?
is over. It's done.
Okay.
The students have started to leave.
Got it. I think we'll approach him.
Yeah.
Sarah, you can.
Yeah. If he's not currently talking with a student, I don't want to interrupt further. But excuse me, Professor Reed. We have a problem that we've been told that you can assist us with. We are, and I gesture to Emissary and like on a lesser extent Murphy, who is like behind Emissary. We are here at the behest of Lord Zahad of Abkirk, trying to find a solution to a problem we've discovered, a disease of sorts called translocation disease. And it is here.
Never heard of it.
Yes, we just discovered it. If you look at the notes and listen, I'm sorry. Let me try again. We were accosted on the road by aberrations, and our compatriot was stricken between the planes, but only in his hands. If you'll read here, it describes his situation. He is in the city with us, but currently is indisposed. We can arrange for more direct observation of the inflicted individual, but this is what we have for now. Is this something you can help us with?
As he reads through
Read.
the note. Prince Zahad thinks that I can help.
With the utmost respect, sir, yes.
I mean,
Hey, man.
I'm not sure how a transmutator can help with any of this.
If you are not able to assist us, can you show us somebody or lead us or introduce
Do
us
you
to
have
somebody
any
who can assist us?
colleagues who may be able to assist with this issue? Time is of the essence. We do not know what the progression of this condition is going to look like, and we're somewhat attached to this individual and would like him to be unharmed bodily, if possible.
Is there someone less obtuse than you who can assist us?
Do you say that to him?
Yes.
Nassar is so just
Nassar got
somewhere between.
Nassar got stuck with the two least charismatic people in the party, I think.
Make me a charisma saving throw, emissary.
Oh, that's not good for me.
You're banished
Uh-huh.
back to the realm of
Yeah,
Sudo.
it's not good. No, not good. It's a 7, Andrew.
As you feel your body shift and change into a bunny rabbit.
Oh my goodness gracious. I'm hopping around, I guess. Do I even think that? I have the mind of a bunny rabbit, don't I?
You are a bunny
yeah,
rabbit.
I'm a bunny rabbit.
Can
Yeah.
Warforged be transformed into creatures?
I think
Is that
so.
possible?
I'm a human.
Okay,
I mean, I'm a
interesting.
just living creature.
I didn't
yeah.
know that. That's kind of
I don't think
interesting.
I have any. Yeah.
He is
They're still
technically a humanoid.
All right,
Yep.
that's cool.
So, pardon my quick action against your friend's lovely words.
1,000 apologies, Professor. He does not get out much, from what I'm told. Murphy, could you make sure he's hopping into the hall? Murphy, can you catch the rabbit?
Oh, well, he's not getting very far. Hey, emissary, get over here. You can understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Yeah.
I will. I will hop over to you. Yes.
Small creatures.
Yep. I will hop into your lap.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Oh. So how do we turn him back? I just wring his neck now, or should I wait till we leave the room?
Please don't do that.
Okay.
As you
Like a
guys are
minute or
still,
something?
you were sitting there still talking and all of that, and we switch back as Kieran has walked in to the Church of Spendonda, as Melt is still kind of sitting there on a church pew in the back with 2 guards and his sister, Teardrop.
Whew, walking's I forgot how nice walking is. Abkirk's nice and all, but just imagine where you're going. But just a nice little walk is really good. I don't know who could hate this. Anyways, Melt, my good friend. Is the hand thing new? I like it. I like the new hand thing. I like that. What's going on there? That looks very nice. Is that something new you can do now?
It's something. Yes, it's something new I can do. In fact, if you
Kieran?
hand me.
As Teardrop interrupts. Have you forgotten your manners?
As I try to think back on my manners.
She is a bishop of the church.
Yes, sorry. And I will do a little curtsy bow thing.
Yeah.
The
formal greeting.
Sorry about that. I was so awestruck by my friend's new ability to make his hands do that.
Yeah, it's fine.
You should really check and see when you toss other things to him.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll imagine it maybe goes into the plane like his hands, and I quickly grab. I don't know, what do I have on me? I grab.
Throw your sword.
I do have javelins. I could throw my javelin of lightning at him if I was feeling really silly. But I'm just gonna throw. I probably shouldn't throw that. I'll throw like a bit of my some bottled up commoner's clothes I need to clean up, and throw it to him.
Yep. He catches it, and then the moment his hands go transparent, it falls.
That's a neat trick, my good friend. Where's Zahat? I heard he was here.
Zahat, I just pointed toward the inner door. He's in there.
Oh, great! I'm sure everything is fine. I'm sure he has the situation handled. Do you think he needs any help in there?
We may. No,
Kieran,
yeah.
You have not
Yes?
been invited into that sanctum for that conversation.
Go in there.
Sorry, you're right. It's just I'm a friend of Zahad, so I thought maybe I could go in there and help him out. I'm sure the conversations are going great, and being in the room where it happens would be really nice right now.
Mom and Dad are very angry right now. I don't think anybody wants to be in there, to be fair.
He says that out loud, and Silver Teardrop just looks at you and just kind of nods, big-eyed.
So you all are related. I didn't really catch that the first time.
Yep, Sister Deer here's a stickler for the rules and all of the other things. Yeah,
I've known that for quite a while.
I'm a stickler for keeping you alive, Melt.
I mean, I appreciate that endearing quality about you.
Just think if it'd been castle guards to find you this afternoon,
You did
and not me.
accost me with a spear, to be fair.
I only said hi.
In your own way, yes. Yes, you did.
Is this what having siblings is like? I was an only child growing up, so I really don't know how. Is this how this normally is? You point a spear to their back and say, "You're coming with us. You're under arrest." Is that what happens between siblings?
I mean, sometimes. It was funny when
is Dew like this too, with you all?
To be fair, no. He's less the I'm the police sort of person. He's more the It's been a while since I've talked to him, actually.
He's more of the enforcer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I heard I could talk to Dew. I think he knows a little bit more about your situation, but we could also just talk about it yourself.
How much do you know about the situation?
I know you went to the private library of the Krakens.
And you see Tyr just stand at attention, look over at you, Kieran, and just, ahem.
I heard that you did something terribly bad.
Good. So you know all about. You know more than Zahad did. Yes. Good. Good.
At this point, you hear Zahad in the other room goes, "He did what?" And that's where we're gonna slide in.
Don't put words into my mouth.
As we slide into the other room, where you see 3 large individuals. Zahad standing at 7+ foot, a female standing at 7+ foot, looking very similar to Zahad, and a water elemental who is trying to make himself look bigger and taller, and more important in this situation.
Okay, all right. I need a little bit of info. I don't need to know what's happened, except for a couple things. How long have I been in the room with them?
It's probably been about 20 to 30 minutes at this point.
Am I best friends with them yet or not?
No.
So we're not joking or anything? Are you sure?
They literally just regaled you with the tale of what Melt did. And so you know now that he broke into the Kraken's private library. And everybody's gone. I killed everybody. Hold on. We're gonna get Zahad first. Maybe. Colin, there we go. Zahad is back.
I look so sunburnt.
Corey, you are back.
Also, hi guys. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, we're glad you made it.
Indeed.
There, Tim.
It's true. It's been a while. Hi, Aiden.
Simple. And I believe...
Good. Doing things is good. I'm still sweating.
Everybody. Oh, no, I don't have no.
Long day.
Yeah. So, Andrew, really quick, I want to maybe throw a wrench into your gears.
Okay.
So I had an idea for what Zahad would try to do.
Okay.
First of all, if the woman in there with me, I'm guessing that is the Queen Squid.
No.
I don't have the thing pulled up yet. I haven't
So
gotten
yeah, no,
to.
that is the 2 archdioceses of Spendonda. That is Mr. and Mrs. Silvermark. That is Melt's parents. The water elemental and the Aesomar.
All right, so I want to buddy with them. One, this is a very important time. I don't think I've actually met these 2 people in person. We've probably sent letters.
Mm-hmm.
Which case, it's of course lots of filigree, nice hi, how are yous? Oh, those kids, right? That's how I imagine that the only kind of conversations we've had. That and like trade tariffs, things like that. Sorry, I gotta do notes while I talk, Mr.
Nope, you're good.
Silvermark.
His
Melt was a bad boy. All right, excellent. Now that we have the note-taking part of this under
Yep.
the way,
father's name is Tidal. Mother's name is Alvara.
you Super One Robot. I think I heard Elvara. What?
The first Tidal
one's
is the
Tidal.
dad, and then Alvara is the mother.
Title,
Yes.
like a title, but title. That's very
Tidal.
clever.
Like the
T-I-D-A.
tide.
Like the
Yeah,
five.
yeah, but title.
Mhm.
Clever. Okay. So
His title is title.
I think when we first sit down in the room, I'm like, oh, finally, to be seated in a chair our size. Isn't that just so refreshing? It's been some time. Again, it's pardon the pert introductions. I am Marquis Zahad. It's a true pleasure to make your kill him. Bam, got him. Bow. Who left?
Simple.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Jess. Welcome back. Nothing happened.
You were introducing yourself.
Yes, that's what I was doing. Correct. I am Marquis Zahad of Abkirk. It's a pleasure to finally bear witness to both of you. It's been some time, I think.
It has, indeed. We apologize that we must be meeting in such a precarious situation.
It's true, but we can talk about him here in a minute. How have you two been? It's truly been some time since I've received a letter.
It has. My last one was you inquiring of having somebody sent to help you investigate things that have been changing.
It's true, and we have already begun that investigation. We haven't even left. We barely left Abkirk, and we have already gained so much knowledge, of which I'm more than happy to share.
Wonderful.
Could you have some papers brought for me?
Definitely. She snaps, and a priest comes in with basically a stack of papers.
Sick. I'm gonna pull out my wand and just bat, and now they're full of words.
Wonderful.
All right, so this is it's the same like little set of papers that I gave Emissary before we split ways.
Mhm.
I'm not really leaving out anything. I don't think I need to.
Okay. They look at it.
There's probably a sketch of Melt, right? Like hands, no hands, hands, no hands, like arrows going each way.
Mhm.
So, once we came into Abkirk, I realized truly that the best place to go would be to come here to Druntauchen. Truly, the place of best understanding of transmutation magics as well as abjuration, if it's something that can be cured.
Well, I don't think that that type of magic is what you need.
No?
Yes. We think we may be able to fix it without scholars.
Without scholars. You mean upon the more divine route?
Yes.
I try to, as who I am, I try to stay away from utilizing divine magics. Simply put, it puts a bad taste in my mouth, and I represent a great deal of people in my city. I don't wish to be an overbearing individual. However, if you think you can cure this using that, I would love to learn how.
Most definitely, I'm pretty sure any of your churches, Abkirk, could have probably done it as well.
Truly. Well,
I will send word, and you see her kind of slightly nod to her husband, and a piece of him slinks away.
He did what?
So, like, the majority of him is here, and then you just see a little bitty small, like, piece.
Come on, I
just
said
kinda-
I said your line, but in a different context.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that's probably about that point where that was said. And yeah, so just you kind of see Melt and Kieran kind of both look at each other as you hear that in there. And
I'm just saying, if you let me in, I could go in there and help. And, it sounds like things aren't going great. So maybe I can calm some things down in there.
Kieran,
Uh-huh.
no.
Well, it was at least worth a shot. And I just think to myself, well, hopefully Zahad's taking care of himself in there, because he sounds like he is in a whole thing of trouble maybe right now, or he's either mad at one of us. I don't know.
Catching up.
I think he's probably least affected by this. They're upset with me. Let's be fair.
Listen. We all make mistakes. Some of them bigger than others. And I'll leave it at that.
At this moment, another priest comes in, bows to Teardrop, nods to you, Kieran, and says, I have been summoned by the Archdiocese to assist you, Melt. Please present the ailment.
Oh, I'm
if
not
you
even going
wouldn't
to be in the
mind.
room.
Here you go.
Terrible.
As the hands vanish, and you just see the priest's mouth just kind of falls to the floor. Oh, did that? Nope, not my place. I was just instructed to come and take care of it. And so as he does, your body becomes solid, and you quit phasing out.
Because they turned you to stone.
Look, it's like they fixed it. No more flashy hands thing. Look at that go.
I'm very happy about this. Thank you so much.
So now we can leave, right? We can go back to Abkirk, and everything is settled, right?
I don't think it's that simple.
Right, Teardrop?
I
It's
don't.
not that simple.
No.
But I think at that point, I will see if we can't join the conversation inside.
Perfect.
She walks into the sanctuary and kind of looks forward at the Archdiocese.
I think when they enter the room, from being like big smile and like, oh, hey, how's it going? Stern.
Yeah. And Alvera looks up and says, yes, they may enter. And with that, she comes back out and grabs you, Kieran, and Melt. Lord Zahad, while you were in here conversing with Archdiocese, one of our own chaplains returned. You may know him. As you turn around and see Kieran walking in with them.
I'll wrap my hand around Zahad and say, Zahad, why are you looking so down, buddy? Has it been a tough conversation? I'm so glad to see you again, my friend.
You wrap your hand around like my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pardon me, I was enjoying a very small cucumber and mayonnaise sandwich that they had cut for me. Such tiny little finger foods.
Yes. Well,
Kieran, it's so good to see you. It feels as if it's been some time.
Yes. His hand thing is fixed, whatever that was about.
Excellent. Melt, may I? No, keep it up. I want to make sure. That's quite
Doesn't blink
impressive.
out. Yep.
Yay.
Well, I'm very happy to see that cured. If I may, Archdiocese, what sort of spell was performed or miracle that was performed to, excuse me, that little cucumber sandwich has such a kick. What was it that you utilized to cure Milt?
We had the priest perform a greater restoration, restore Melt's hands to a time before they were affected.
Oh, I see. That's very clever. Oh, oh, I like that. I like that indeed. It never even occurred. I think I remember the greater restoration spell. It may take some time and some effort applied over time. Perhaps as I experience things, to gain the knowledge to do that spell again. But I will add that to my report, and I'll just like flick my wand onto a piece of paper and slide it on over to the other 5. This is extremely kind of you. Thank you, not only for the assisting of your son, whom I understand we are in difficult times about. However, in aiding me, you have done me a great boon, as I find him to be extremely necessary for my deeds. If I may, is there anything you would request of me?
A simple donation to the church to cover the expenses on the behalf of.
That's a 500. No, that's 5,000 gold worth of diamonds, right? How much is it? 1,000.
It's not that much.
I mean, it's like one of the more expensive spells.
It's probably in the hundreds, though. Yeah.
Diamond dust worth 100 gold, which the spell consumes.
It may take me a moment to procure the funds, but I would absolutely. You'd prefer a Church of Spadanda, if I may.
We would prefer it here locally.
Done. It will be done. If you'd give me some time, I must meet
Most
with my
definitely.
others. I did pass my coin purse off to emissary just to cover any needs they may have. It's the same day, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's probably like 4-ish o'clock in the afternoon at this point. Most definitely. Now, since he is back in town.
Yes, I was going to ask.
I think that this, as the father produces out of himself what looks like a leash, almost, in order for him to traverse through the town. I think this is required.
No,
to
hold
show
on.
that
I
you
could
are.
say, Andrew, I could say so many jokes. This is a child friendly. Have you guys said a bad word on stream yet? It usually happens.
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Mhm.
Are you sure it's not like one of those like toddler backpacks?
Fishing pole.
Now, surely there's some sort of deal we can work out with the heads of
Kieran,
the city.
Kieran, Kieran,
it's not like we can't
Kieran,
solve this, change their minds
Kieran.
and such.
They're not speaking with you.
Oh, please.
I do apologize for him.
It's fine. He always has good ideas.
All right. At that point, it clicks on that they know him and like they're good standing. Oh, it's true. It is unfortunate that Kieran never wished to join me and my family for any luncheon or dinners that I hosted.
No, hold on.
You
I was going to
refuse
join
the
you-
hospitality of the Prince of
Please,
Abkirk
please,
while
Mark,
on
please.
a mission from the Church of Spandanda?
Listen,
It's
I was gonna,
Marquis, not Prince.
I was gonna join for dinner, but then I don't believe that we ended up having that, or
I
something
pull out
like
a slip
that.
of paper and I put my wand on it and I show a picture of him, the bucket, the mop, the chair, the kids posing with it.
Listen,
Oh, see, he was there.
I would love to have dinner, but I was getting used to the new place. Zahad, I know you haven't read my dossier yet, but I will be honest with you. I am from the city of Abkirk.
He hasn't read any of them.
I wanted to go back and see where I lived and see places, where I've been before, and it was a nice, pleasant evening. So I hope you can understand that.
I can. I do hope you enjoyed yourself. But on to bigger business. If we need to equip Melt with a ball and chain, I may have a daughter of his age.
Zahad, I do not believe that is
Or
what they are.
if it would be better, I look at it, Melt's sister. If it would be better.
I believe we could definitely have those talks later, Marquis.
It's true. It's so early in the day.
Is this how like more immortal or ancient races do these types of things? Okay, this is weird.
No, quite literally. I believe I just said this just to put you off nerve. I know these two quite well.
They all kind of start laughing.
But
And
honestly,
Kieran's eye starts twitching a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
But unfortunately, this is to protect him from the castle guards. Because it was their stipulation that he not return until such a time as the Kraken deemed fit.
I see. Well,
and it has not even yet been a month, a season.
No, it hasn't.
Well, if it would please you, my lord and lady, Teardrop here can accompany me and Melt at all times while we're in city. At that point, they would always have eyes on him, and of course, reliability. And I could get to know Teardrop a little bit better.
Zahad, I believe we still do have a mission in Krigor, and I believe we've solved the problem that we have. So we should probably gather the rest of them and leave, honestly.
Yeah,
It would be a short walk then, wouldn't it, Teardrop? I do apologize.
I don't need the collar. We could just go. Like that's easy. Just please no.
Please no.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
Please be careful. You may not be accepted here currently, but we hope at some point that you'll be able to return to us without issues.
I stand from the table and put my hand, kind of firmly on Melt's shoulder, like how do I say it? Like reassuringly, all right, we've gotten through it, and Colin didn't have to make any rolls.
I grab the collar and start looking at it. So you just press this and
Kieran, that's for when you get older.
And as you do that, it attaches to you, Kieran.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. This is not very pleasant. How do you get this thing off?
And Melt comes over, and not Melt, as Teardrop comes over and removes it.
I haven't used one of
You're
those.
full of secrets, Teardrop. That's quite admirable.
She nods and says, we'll make sure that you have escorts.
You're a busy lady, I understand. It was such a true pleasure to meet you.
Likewise, Marquis.
My friends, I do wish you enjoy your day. If I find any more information about I kind of like put my hand like on this on the table. I'll be sure to send you a letter.
Fantastic. Please have a safe travel.
Of course, what terrible thing could happen to me?
As you all are turning to leave, a messenger arrives and brings a message to the Archdiocese. Everybody that is there, the three of you, please give me perception check.
I'm gonna roll physical dice
Oh.
this time because last time I did not roll well.
No.
Why bother? I rolled a
9.
12.
That's a 9 for me.
Normal.
A solid 7.
Okay.
My eyes are all over teardrop, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Weird thing to happen.
Kieran, Melt. Kieran, you hear one word is all you can make out from the messenger, and it's Indoveros. And Melt, you hear a little bit more. You hear them say that Indoveros is back attacking the villages in the mountains.
Kieran's eyes go wide.
All right, let's be off. Always a
Um,
pleasure. May the tides be good with you.
And may the winds of change blow your way.
That's good. I like that.
As you guys leave the church and head towards the university, we switch back to Nasara, Murphy, and Emissary. As Emissary is still a bunny in Murphy's lap. And the individual in front of you.
Professor Reed.
Yes, Professor Reed. Thank you.
Professor Brooke Reed.
No. He looks at you and says, I do not think that I'll be able to help. You might try the churches. That seems more along their lines.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time, Professor. Do you mind as I gesture to the
He'll
right?
turn back eventually.
I just
Very
snapped the
well.
bunny's neck.
As you do, he turns back into Emissary.
Oh, there you go. Way to go. Defend yourself.
It gets so like, and then yeah, that's right. Okay, that's
Just
how
quick
Paul
and clean
works.
before he even knows what happened.
What did Emissary think?
Well, I think he
Probably
just
lots
says,
of pain.
yeah, I think I hold my neck and be like, what just happened? I am uncertain what Murphy, what?
Just
I'm
like
sorry.
ripping off a Band-Aid. It's fine.
Just
Just
quick and
quick.
easy.
Okay. Did we get the information that we needed? Did he refer us to another
No,
person?
no. This has been a big wild goose chase. But snapping your neck made me hungry, so we should go get
You-
something to eat.
I think he just stares at Murphy. Then he just
Can I give Murphy
Very
a
well.
point of inspiration?
Yeah.
I usually eat after doing that, so Pavlovian response. Write that down. You might need to know that later, Mr. Teacher.
yeah.
Yes. Thank
Oh my
you for your
gosh.
time. We're gonna go now. We're gonna go, and I just usher them both out of the classroom and
Sounds good.
old uptight Git. Okay. So, to the church then. Or no, you said you were hungry.
Yep.
I am not familiar with the city. One
Just
of the
think and you get
older
there, right?
students.
That's
No,
how it
I
works?
don't believe that's how that works. I would like to just like
Of course not.
flag down an older looking student and just, I'm so sorry to be a bother. Could you please point us in the direction of town center, someplace where we can grab a bite to eat, maybe do some shopping?
Well, most of the food places and everything are below.
Surely there is some sort of diner or cafe.
Oh yeah.
Above the water.
There's gotta be an McDonald's.
So you're
Have we-
all just meant to go underwater to get.
Must be a soup place. All right. We should
Inspiration again.
we should follow our nose. That's the best place. That's the best way to find any food.
As he goes basically to the side of the island, the edge, and says, "Best place to eat is right down there." And he jumps off and dives down into the water.
But I'm a level 2 druid. I can't turn into sea creatures yet.
I am immediately uncomfortable with this endeavor. I'm going to the Church of Spindanda. You two do whatever it is you need to do. Goodbye. I'm walking off. I'm not. Nope. I don't
I
do
think
what.
you just got hazed.
I wish you turned to Murphy at that point, at this point in time, and I've been a little confused, and I'll say, I am sorry, I am confused. You said you broke my neck. I've been reviewing the data from what happened, but I do not recall when we were talking to him, and then what happened. I need to understand.
Tell you what. I'll tell you what happened. You go down there and get me like a sandwich or something.
A sandwich.
You don't breathe, right?
No, I have no need.
How's he gonna
You
get
want-
back up?
There you go.
You want a sandwich?
Yeah.
We should perhaps check in with Sahad before we eat a sandwich.
No,
Murphy.
it's like it's bread and meat.
It
It's
is
not an
nearly 4
actual
o'clock.
witch.
It is after lunch, but before dinner. This is not an ideal time to be eating.
Well, if you want to know what
Podcast last
happened,
night.
you gotta go down there and get me a sandwich.
No.
You
Whatever,
will tell me
whatever
if I-
they
if I-
have down there.
if I procure you a sandwich.
Yeah. I don't actually have a. This is the only set of clothes I brought for this trip, and I don't really plan on getting it wet yet. Yet.
I would feel better to check in with Sahad, Murphy. Let us go this way. Let's follow Nasara.
But he said there's food down there.
I'm sure there is.
Do you even know where
food
we're
to-
going? I'm supposed to be navigating. Everyone's off in different directions, and
Nasara seems to know where she is going to. Let's
Yeah.
follow her.
it's usually
make
how it
sure that
goes.
you-
I start dropping
make sure
back
that-
supplies at this
I'll
point.
make sure you get a sandwich soon.
Well, good, because I'm.
I'll turn to follow Nasara as he keeps on talking. Murphy, let's go.
Scuttle
Andrew,
along.
the first like guard person that I see, like civil servant, somebody. Yes,
Stab.
hello. We are going to the church. We're going to the Church of Spindanda. Which direction is that? Please, can you help us? We are new here.
He just kind of points to the second.
Thank you. On a side note, where would one place a complaint to the Board of Tourism?
He points to the churches.
Thank you very much. That's very convenient. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Cannot believe no eateries above ground. They are.
About this point, Zahad, Melt, Kirin, you bump into Nasara as she is making these grumbling complaints.
Yes, no. That sandwich I have, I had eaten already while we were walking. I don't think I could have had anything else. That was delicious.
Yeah,
It was so
I had fish earlier today. I had a fish inside of a fish. It was quite good. With some tea. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
Also, that place just underneath the university, I hear it's really good.
Oh
Mm,
yes, I
true,
think I've eaten there
true.
before. Actually, yeah, it's quite nice.
Honestly, that little sandwich shop, they said it's the best sandwich they've ever made. And they're going out of business. They're never going to make another.
You, Melt. Your
Uh-huh.
parents?
Oh,
Where do I...
Uh,
How
Oh, hello.
dare-
fine, Sarah.
Funny you should mention that.
Your
No,
hands.
We're
no.
leaving now.
Okay, very good. This place is terrible. It's horrible. I do not know how you could live here. Let's leave right now. Let's go.
It's nice when you get
It's
used to
quite
it.
No.
nice, I think.
At this
No,
point,
no.
Murphy and Emissary, you have caught up.
Yeah. Oh,
Let's see. So there's Murphy. Oh, you must be the emissary that they've been talking about. Nice to meet you. I'm Kieran.
Melt, got some bad
Kieran.
news.
Kieran Nemesio.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Yes. I see that you're less between, which is great.
Your hands are, yeah.
Oh,
The very helpful professor told us he could not help us and to go to a church. So it looks like you were in the right place for what you needed done. So everything is resolved and let's leave.
I believe I still have to.
That delicious sandwich I have is giving me such heartburn.
See, emissary. He had
Emissary,
done it.
by the way, I need the
Yes.
funds I gave you.
Of course, Sahad.
How much did I
Sahad,
give you? I
100,
erased it.
228.
I think 120.
228.
120.
Not much. I think 100.
Excellent.
Yeah.
One moment, Emissary. I'm gonna quickly waddle because I'm huge and I'm gonna waddle my way to the closest church, smack that money down, and waddle back.
Okay. Sahad, before we go,
The closest church or the closest church of Spendonda?
Well, imagine you met us right outside the Church of Spadonda.
yeah.
That is not what
That's
the
how
DM said.
Andrew.
We met halfway.
Well, then in that case, I'm going to go all the way back to the major Church of Spandana, and I'll be back in 40 minutes.
Oh, I'm walking with you. I have a complaint.
Oh,
If I see you walking that way,
I have a formal complaint that I need
I'm
to
so
make
sorry,
with this-
Nasara. What have I done?
Not you. You are fine. This.
Then why do you need to tell me of your complaint?
No, I need to tell the people in the church of my complaints. So I'm just going to follow you there. I was told that the church is where I go to complain, and so I'm going to follow you to complain.
Wait, which church are you going to complain to? Because I don't think Spandana doesn't really listen all that often.
She
although
is the goddess of change, is she not?
I mean,
Yes, but it's her being to change, not for you to ask her to change.
That is
yeah, they're a bit
and I'm
sticklers
so
on that. Sorry about
happy.
that.
if I see,
Happy
if
that
I
you
see
have that
Sahad,
clarification.
if I see Sahad walking at all, I will find out what he needs and I will do it for him. So,
So I
is
can
a-
earn.
why is
Yeah.
he walking? So, and then I will sprint toward the church and I'll sprint back after but I will not let him walk any further than what he needs to. He is the marquee Regnier, what an Oculus Sahad, yeah.
And we all
They did that
abandoned
quite right.
Murphy and Melt in the street. The
Wow, he runs very fast. Did you see
Why
that?
did he start? Why did he start running?
I don't know.
I'm not certain, but he took the money I had.
Yeah. Well, I found out what you're going to do with it. I would have asked you.
He didn't even ask me anything. He just left.
Your
read your
emissary is really weird.
No, he's quite professional, actually.
I suppose.
Let's all meet in front of the gate and wait for him to return.
Doesn't take long. Everybody.
He's
is back
wearing
at the gate.
like part of a swing set. There's a kid's sock or shoe attached to it. He ran straight through it.
Yeah.
The emissary. Sorry, I don't really know your actual name. But you didn't.
You may call me emissary.
His name's Okay. Anyways, you didn't take Nasara's complaint. Were you wanting to get that complaint, Nasara?
Nasar, do you need me to deliver a complaint to the priest?
We'll have to send it in a letter. The gate's about to close.
Oh yes, we
No,
should probably go
yes,
through
we
that.
must leave. We must leave now.
I'll be much more efficient to do so. Yes. Murphy was requiring a sandwich before we depart, unless it would be easier to procure one.
No, I wish I knew about
Aperic.
that. I guess we'll just have to ask my chef Dangle Angus to make you one.
He is very
Perhaps
good.
if we're swift,
Yes.
the carriage will still be there. Let's go.
We're heading
Wait,
out?
we're taking the carriage out of here?
No,
No,
it's
the
back.
carriage. It's on the other side of the gate.
Oh,
As
so
you
that
guys
carriage
step-
was yours.
As you step through the gate, your carriage is still there.
It's beautiful. One
Okay.
tier. Wait,
Why is there no
one
horse?
tier.
There was never a horse.
There is
What?
no horse, Kieran.
It is a horseless carriage.
That sounds inefficient.
It also looks a little small to you, Kieran, to house all 6 of you, especially with Zahad.
Emissary, I'm going to sit inside this time. It looks like rain. I'm just going to open the little door and just
Very
cram my
good.
body into it.
I will lift you up into the. Yeah, I will help you, and then I'll get up in front with. Maybe Murphy joins me up there again.
I'll just walk on the side, I guess. If there's not enough room in there.
Doesn't it change, Andrew?
Kieran, get on the wagon.
Oh, it's okay. That's weird. That's a weird.
Climb
line.
upon the carriage. And
If you need
a
me,
chair will
I'll be in the other
provided.
room using the jacuzzi.
Now that we are gone from there, Master Zahad, before
Yes.
you go into your domicile inside of there,
It's fine. The jacuzzi's right here.
in the interest of sharing and so forth, does the name Indervaros mean anything to you?
Time for a history check.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. One second.
27.
I gotta add all my dice. I love having this cantrip.
And Andrew, I think sandwich shop as he's doing that.
Okay.
All right, give me a second.
And Andrew, would this be something that Melt would have any reason to know anything about?
You can give me a history roll at
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
28.
Oh, I was off by 1.
I'm good at just one skill, guys.
Hey, Melt also got a
Melt,
28.
Wow.
Okay, then.
That's impressive.
So both of you know that Endeavoros is the name of basically a fire water dragon. I believe
Steam
that's
dragon?
right. No, not steam. It is a dual type.
both
Like it
fire
has
and
2.
water.
Yeah.
I've seen that Magic the Gathering card.
1 second. Let me make
Who's
sure I
that
gave you.
Pokemon?
Sorry, looking.
Best friend, earth and air.
I see that. Sorry. Sorry, it's ice and fire, not water. Ice
Oh.
and fire. So, it's a red dragon, but it's like the tips of everything is like white, frosty.
Sick.
It's a pink dragon.
Okay.
It tends to reside in the Upside Down Mountains. And a few years back, probably, I want to say it was like 5-ish, the church's Spandanda sent a group to attempt to corral or calm it down, and it almost wiped out the entire party.
Okay.
I think like 1 or 2 came back from
Okay.
it. Wasn't a lot of people who returned, but the dragon basically retreated, having almost been defeated, but appears to have come back with a vengeance.
Okay. Well, as we were leaving that messenger, I just happened to overhear that apparently Mr. Indvaros, big nasty dragon, is attacking villages around the Upside Down Mountains. I'm assuming he's back at it again anyway.
Oh.
I will
Yeah.
pull out my, I guess, journal, notepad, whatever. I'll tap my wand on it, roll it up, and I'll put it in a little satchel on my side. I'm going to send that information to, my butler.
Mr. Buford.
Just so he can notify my other people.
Well, I certainly hope Spandana doesn't send any more people to go take on that thing. The last time wasn't that great.
There were only a few survivors, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. there were only a few survivors.
Emissary, there's a sandwich shop on the right. Can we get drive-through?
I see it. Yes.
As you guys have pulled up to the in-between bread, is what it's called.
Yes, that's good information to know, but we should probably ignore that for now. Just because that thing is quite powerful.
It is currently out of reach.
That's good.
Okay, nobody else finds it strange that Kieran is intimately familiar with this dragon, but okay. We'll drop it. Who wants a sandwich?
I believe I've requested a sandwich.
Just one for me, please. That's all we need. Oh,
Well,
I'm about
get us an
to
extra-
lose my mind.
You don't
yes,
like it when he's hangry.
Barmaid, we need a sandwich roughly the size of a fully grown gnome for this fully grown gnome. And then one smaller sandwich for Lord Zahad.
Yes, please.
Anybody else want a sandwich?
Ask him if they can make it finger food. I love that.
Yes, can you cut the smaller sandwich into tinier sandwiches?
He prefers that. This is for the Marquis Zahad.
Oh yeah, the marquee special.
Yes. Thank you.
It's on the board. It's Marky.
Yeah.
Marquis.
So we need one extraordinarily large sandwich and several tiny sandwiches, please.
So I got one gnome behemoth and one marquee.
I believe that is
yes,
correct.
at this time, that will be sufficient. Thank you very kindly.
What would you like on the marquee and the gnome behemoth?
Rabbit.
Rabbit, got it.
I've had an interesting day. Can I have this spadanda style
Definitely.
raw
Ooh.
fish?
Yeah, that's a
It's a
that's bit of
sushi. It's a sushi roll.
Have
Yeah.
you had this bandana special before, Zahad? It's going to be quite a
Kieran,
different take.
please look at me. I've had everything.
I'm not surprised by that. Anyways,
Anyway, the way this is going to work is we're going to go to my home, have a good sleep, and try this all again in the morning. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Yes.
So, someone plug back in my jacuzzi.
Is this the part where we discuss whether a sushi roll is a sandwich?
Yes.
So the seaweed goes on the outside, or is it the rice? Because the rice is
The
a
camera pulls
carbohydrate.
out.
some places send up
As the
Amazing
camera
taco.
pulls back out, we once again do see the city of Druntachin, even though you guys are back at Abkirk, and you see a shadowy figure moving amongst the upper city. And two other individuals' robes come out of the university, begin to follow behind. That is where we will end.
Cool. I feel like we did nothing. This is great.
We did great. We got
We
Marty
got
a
some
sandwich.
sandwiches.
We healed Melt.
We
Hey,
found
yeah.
out
Right,
that
I guess
if
that
figured out
was
we-
character things. There's some character
Yeah.
stuff in there.
Yeah.
We got the
Also-
Hey,
party.
your arc's all done there, Melt. It's all finished up.
and we figured out the cure to translocation disease. Greater rest.
Exactly.
Honestly,
Better
the most
rest.
important thing is that I'm in good graces with Teardrop.
Very important.
pretty
very
sweet.
Important.
I'm so glad Zahad got something out of the situation. All my character got was a bit more trauma.
Man, I'm so happy you're here, man. I'm sorry, but
All right. Well, that is where we will end it until next week, where our group of adventurers will once again set out for Keygord and act like yesterday never happened,
Exactly.
and never speak about yesterday and the day Melt came down with translocation sickness.
Jeez.
Can we erase that one for the records? Zahad, can we erase that one for the records?
no, it's so thoroughly documented. It can't be.
I'm just asking
No.
for Melt because I'm perfectly fine with those records. I wasn't there.
No, no, and everyone knows his name now as well.
I mean,
Well, until next time, I hope all your games are as filled with much shenanigans as ours are. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night,
not
everybody.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.